Welcome to today's experience training. Today we're going to talk about establishing symbiotic relationships. Now, I'm from the Gulf Coast of LA. That's Lower Alabama. And I'm going to take you back to marine biology class. You see, there are relationships between the shark and remora. You ever heard of that? Shark and remora? Sharks do what sharks do, right? They eat, they swim, they eat, and the remoras benefit from what the shark does and from the protection of, well, being next to a shark. And the shark benefits from little fish who are cleaning off bacteria and all the stuff that gets caught up in their mouths that create illness, sickness, and disease. You see, symbiosis is simply this: what enhances the one enhances the other. And when one suffers, both suffer. But you see, the tricky bit about symbiosis is that it works best when each element of the equation recognizes the personal benefits that they derive from the other. Sharks that are forever eating the remora forfeit the benefits of remora. That's why you don't see remora around certain species of shark, and why those aggressive species suffer from complications stemming from bacteria and infection that their remora-loving brothers and sisters don't have. So let me connect some dots real quick. If we take a few minutes and we consider where symbiotic relationships may exist within your work environment, what would you come up with? What happens, for instance, if your facilities team is removed from the equations, right? If the facilities team is removed from the equation, what if the tools are present, the nurses are stationed, and the patient is on the table, but the surgeon is nowhere to be found? What if, God forbid, the receptionist doesn't show up? It's chaos. It's anarchy. That's what it is. So once you connect all of these dots and you see how interconnected your work really is, answer this question: how are you doing at showing honor and appreciation to each level? Here's a trick. You don't really have to establish symbiotic relationships within your office. They're already there. The question, or really the opportunity, is what are you doing to evidence value and respect for each element, for each level? What are you doing to evidence value and respect? Signs of a broken symbiosis look something like this. Number one, frequent attrition in specific roles. People who are underappreciated don't stick around. Number two, I call it the aggressive shark complex. Symbiosis by intimidation. Symbiosis doesn't work in environments where there isn't appreciation going up and coming down. And finally, number three, service, excellence, stagnation. If you find that you're hitting plateaus, if you find that you are growing and then all of a sudden something in the office dynamic just seems to have ground to a halt, check those relationships. Check to make sure that each level is honored, that each level is validated. That goes up and that comes down. That's not just about leadership talking to the rank and file. That's the rank and the file making sure that leadership knows that they're appreciated. They appreciate their jobs. They appreciate the opportunity to serve. And that is the importance of establishing symbiotic relationships.